This wagon could sure use some fixing. Maybe my boys and I can help you with it.
The eternal brethren take no charity, sir.
I'm sorry, what's that?
The eternal brethren. We are the people preparing for the last conflict with Satan, the prince of darkness, who all men must meet someday.
I think it's time we learned a little bit more about this earth we live on. But first of all, we have to change our idea that the world is flat. In truth, it is round and shaped like a ball.
That's not what the Reverend told us, Miss Sarah.
Well, even the Reverend doesn't know everything. Now, children.
A little more heft, brethren. It wouldn't hurt to say a prayer as we put our shoulders to it.
Evelyn, you wouldn't listen to me before. Now maybe you will. There's something you must see.
Emma, I'll join you as soon as we get the wagon upright.
No. This is more important than any wagon. Come along.
Oh, all right, Emma. Remember, brethren, the right prayer can increase your strength tenfold.
Come along. If you start here and you go around long enough in the same direction, you wind up in the place you started from. Yes, Thomas?
Why don't we fall off when we walk underneath, Miss Sarah?
Because of a force called gravity.
What does gravity look like?
Gravity is something we can't see, but we know it's a great invisible force that keeps us all here on Earth. Some of you know what a magnet is, don't you?
I do.
Well, then let's think of it like that. Gravity could be called a kind of magnet. It's a natural force that keeps us all from flying off into space.
We were always told that the world is flat.
You were told right. Don't listen to her. I've been patient with you, Sarah. Lord knows I've been patient. But now your words have revealed you.
The law of gravity was discovered by Sir Isaac Newton in 1687. That's almost 200 years ago, Uncle Evan.
But there is only one law. The law of God. If our divine maker had meant for us to walk upside down, he would have put feet on our hands. Children, listen to me. Look around you. All around you. As far as the eye can see, the earth is flat. Now, you see it that way because that is the way the Lord intended for it to be. Anything else is heresy.
But, Uncle Evan, Columbus proved the world wasn't flat by sailing around it.
If he was sailing upside down, the water would have emptied into the sky.
Why can't you accept it? It's a proven scientific fact.
Sarah, what you speak is heresy. Our divine maker intended us to walk upright, not upside down. We've had enough of this scientific nonsense of yours. School is over. From this moment on, you will no longer corrupt our children's minds.
But the children need me.
Not anymore, they don't.
No, don't let me drive you away.
You must be very puzzled by us.
Yes, I am. Although I must say, I'm a little more puzzled by you.
My uncle is turning those children's minds back into the Dark Ages.
Is that why you stay with them? Because of the children?
That's one of the reasons. The others don't matter.
And what are you going to do now that they've forbidden you to teach the children?
I don't know. But it's just so wrong of my uncle to fill those children's minds with ignorant superstitions. They'll be like nomads running away from change, from anything they don't understand. Oh, sometimes I wish I'd never left St. Louis and civilization.
You know, we have a town close by here called Virginia City. Oh, it's a It's a small town. But it's kind of civilized. Has restaurants, and maybe we could have lunch there. How charming you look.
Thank you. It's been a long time since a man said that to me.
That's true. You're charming. Sarah.
You said something about Sherry.
Yes, I guess I did. Now, you sit right down there.
Thank you.
And there is the sherry.
Thank you. Oh, I haven't relaxed this much in months. How I envy you. This is a wonderful home.
Thank you. That's comfortable and warm.
He's dead. Isn't he, Quillen? Isn't he?
Stay. There's nothing you can do for him now. Well, who else wants to die now? Huh? Who else wants to die? It's easy, you know. All you have to do is close your ears to what Sarah's been trying to tell you. You've been doing a lot of praying around here. How about getting down on your knees to her? She's the only one who can help you.
Please, trust me.
What do we have have to do, Miss Sarah?
They want me now too, Ben. And more than you. They need me.
The original audience who were watching this back in 1965 left this episode believing that the beautiful woman was trying to help and educate the old and ugly religious fanatics about what the truth of the world was. A seed was planted that science trumps the Word of God, and that anyone who thinks differently is a religious fanatic. Whether we were raised Seventh-day Adventists or not, we were all inducted into this Babylonian system at birth. But we must come out from among her, my brothers and sisters. And here is where the decision must be made. To be a part of the 144,000, you must be completely outside of Babylon. Many people will remain inside of Babylon because of their love for food, movies, TV shows, social media outlets, lifestyle choices, doctrinal beliefs, cherished sins, and rejection of light and truth. For some, this truth about the shape of the earth is the final step to coming out of Babylon. What this truth will do is expose whether a person is really willing to be obedient all the way on a "Thus saith the Lord." This truth exposes whether there is a real love for the truth. This truth, once it is presented to the hearer, will either start a chain reaction that leads to a hardening of the heart condition, or a chain reaction that prepares a person to see and know the Lord. My brothers and sisters, it is impossible to go through this crisis without having a close encounter with Christ beforehand. And it is impossible to know the Creator if you do not know what He has created. Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness learning of God before he was ready to face the trials of Egypt. During that time, God communed with Moses, and under the impression of the Holy Spirit, Moses wrote the book of Genesis. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called He seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. And he made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beasts of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day, and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made.